Dave's Hi-Fi, your audio shrink. If you need it, I'll try and help. Anyway, it's New Year's Eve here in Vancouver. It's 2 hours to go yet. It's 10:03, so time to pump out another one. I'm kind of on my larger stand mount volume. So, along the way on this long journey, I had to learn a lot of things about not only placement of speakers, but the types of topologies of speakers you can use in one's room, right? Because there's so many, right? You got bottom ported, rear ported, front ported, sealed designs, passive radiator designs. You even have some bookshelves have passive radiators on the side and on the rear, right? So there's a lot to digest when it comes to, what's going to work in the room. Because again, not a lot of people have a lot of space in Vancouver, especially living in condos, right? So this here that everyone sees, that it does look small on camera. It's not that small though, because we got 8 feet wide here, 9-foot ceiling. And it's an open concept, meaning that the developer sent the email out to enclose this second bedroom right here with a glass slider, right? I chose, before it was built, I knew the music room was going to be here. So this is supposed to be an open walk-in closet here. That's a den. Turn that into a den. So I wanted it to open up behind me, right? And not have I wanted the music to be able to breathe, to be able to fill the room and not be trapped in here, right? So it really worked out, because to be honest, it sounds nothing like you can hear on the iPhone. So, the baffles here, they're sitting about 26 inches off the wall, right? And it gives me enough space, just enough to go into the den here. 32 inches on the tilt there, right? So they're great speakers because they do eliminate room boundaries, wall boundaries better than any design. So when I was thinking about which stand mount I wanted to have in the room for a second system or whatever, just a bookshelf that I wanted to try, I had to take into account how far can I get them off the wall. I would need a speaker big enough for when I listen to rock music that I can, get engulfed by the weight of the music and feel the punch when needed, right? And again, they can only do so much with the size. So I went through many stand mounts, and you'll see a few of them as the volumes carry on here. But one of them that was really impressive to me, and I always loved the look, was Amphion. They're a Finnish company. It's all hand built. It's a pretty smaller brand, boutique brand in my opinion. I think Buchart kind of stole their look. But when I had the Bucharts, I actually had them at the same time, believe it or not. I forget what they were. They were the Mark I S400s, right? And you could side by side the build quality. It's so far apart. The Finnish build is like a Ferrari compared. Everything from the cutouts to the actual waveguide quality, everything, man. And these were the Amphion Argon 3S, so they're approaching 4,000, about the same price as the Velas, right? But I knew enough about passive radiators that they did not cause bass boom. They actually allowed you to position them fairly close to the rear wall, without a problem, right? And that's what I was going on, was the knowledge, hoping that I wouldn't get any boom, knowing I had a limited amount of space I could bring them out, right? Now, these things are just gorgeous in my opinion. They're just a walnut finish, and the way the waveguide looks, and even with the grill, it's a mesh grill, but it just the aesthetic, they're gorgeous. Again, they don't do the best on the used market, and it's just always a mystery as to why for me, because there's so many superb products out there that just won't bring the money. They are a regret for me. If there was a stand mount that I should have kept throughout all of them, other than the little minis I talked about the other day, those should have just been held on to. But for these, for actual performance, giving me the base, the weight that I needed, the organic top end and sparkle on the top that I loved. They did all of it. They did all of it for me. Sometimes I don't understand why I sell things, because the prophet starts crying, oh, you should flip those and make some money. Well, I regret that one, because they were mint condition. I got them at such a great price. And it's like, man, these are works of art. And they're perfect for this space. Not too big, not too small. For my rock music, they could pressurize the room. I could feel the extension over to my listening chair. They weren't lean in any regard. They weren't dark on top. They weren't flat. They weren't overly smooth. So yeah, I screwed up on that one. I mean, they come up the odd time on the used market. It's the walnut finish. It's a little bit more for that. I hate flat. I hate the satin finishes that are out there for speakers. To me, it just looks so cheap. It's such an afterthought. Like, companies that offer that finish, like even ATC has it, and that's a shame. I hate that finish. I want to see the wood grain. I really do. Piano's good too, and it's just, I still prefer my wood grains, to be honest. Piano's, if ever, it's black for me. I don't like the white or the other ones, but yeah, that one's a regret. That's going to be my second volume 2 here, is the Amphion Argon. So I just want everybody to, bring in the new year and try to focus on what's important in your life. Just be grateful for what you do have, and don't worry about what you don't. Everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to, okay, in this life. We're powerless over people, places, and things, right? We really are. The only person I can master is me, right? And I enjoy what I enjoy, and other people. One of the best sayings I've learned is live and let live, right? Everyone's opinions are different for the most part. Sure, some may agree, but just live and let live. It's so easy to just have love for your fellow human being and have any kind of envy, jealousy, hatred. Because most of the negative comments it's coming from a place of envy, right? Or judgment. It's because it's something they hate about themselves that they're seeing in someone else, and it bothers them, so they want to lash out. So let's try to avoid that. Let's try not to judge our fellow man, and try to give. Try to help others. It's so rewarding, I tell you. So anyway, that's going to be the video. I want you guys to like and subscribe. If anyone new's watching, I'm doing my best here to share the information I've learned over these decades. So thanks so much. Take care. Like and subscribe.